My name is Robert England. This is a part of my class, Communication 1103 for MACU. Just wanted to brief people of who I am, what my educational attributes, my family history, and kind of explain to people why at my age of 43 I'm trying to obtain a higher education at this time. Just to give you a little bit of background who I am, like I said, my name is Robert England. I do live in Bison, Oklahoma. I'm 43 years old, and just kind of wanted to give just a little bit about my family history. My mother, she was Choctaw Indian. My dad was Irish. We are members of the Choctaw tribe here in the state of Oklahoma. And one of the reasons why I'm discussing this with you is to kind of just let you know who I am, what my goals are, the schools that I attended and the professional organizations I belong to, and where I work full-time and part-time. When we discuss about where I was actually born, I was born in Gillette, Wyoming in 1968, Campbell County Hospital. My mother and father both lived there. They did grow up in Duncan, Oklahoma and Velma, Oklahoma, respectively. But during the late 60s, they decided to move to Gillette, Wyoming and be a part of the oil boom up in that area. We lived there up until about 1970 when we moved back to Oklahoma, and we resided in Duncan, Oklahoma, where my dad went to work for Coke Oil Company at that time period. We lived there in Duncan until we were transferred to Fairview in 1977, and that's where we lived up until I was the age of 21 when I moved to Marlow, Oklahoma. But while we lived in Duncan, I attended Woodrow Wilson elementary schools all the way through the 3rd grade. When we moved to Fairview, I attended Fairview Elementary School, which is also known as Cornellson Elementary School right now. Attended that all the way up until I was a senior in high school. Went through Chamberlain Middle School, Fairview High School, graduated. Not one of the best academic students, I would probably venture to say, but I did make it through high school, did get a diploma. Didn't really venture a lot out of school, into the college realm up until I was, at probably 39 years old. I started kind of considering it. But during that time period, I did obtain my National Register EMT Basic, which kind of got me my footsteps up into the emergency medical field and fire response emergency, and being the adrenaline junkie that I am. When I was in EMT school, that's where I met my wife, Lori. We been married, 21 years now. So quite a long time, almost a lifetime commitment. But when we discuss about how I progressed to where I'm at right now, moved to Marlow, Oklahoma after I got my National Register EMT Basic, worked there for a little over a year, and then I moved back up in northwest Oklahoma in the Bison, Wacomas area to be with my wife, Lori. And then I worked a couple of jobs at St. Mary's Hospital until I got on with Vance Fire Department, and worked my way up through the ranks at Vance to become to where I am now, the Deputy Fire Chief. I worked about 7 months overseas for Kellogg Brown and Root, and a little stint period in between, my 10th year and 12th year at Vance. I decided I wanted to be a little more adventurous and worked overseas and experienced quite a different culture and got tired of being shot at. So I decided I'd come back to Vance and work. I also work part-time with Life EMS. It's a paramedic life support service, and I work for Major County EMS, which is in the hometown that I grew up at. So I kind of